Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Iris. I will be talking about what went wrong with Itzy, and how they went from being at the top, to just some other girl group. Itzy debuted with their single Dalla and became a sensational hit. The song Dalla not only did well in Korea, but it made huge waves internationally. Their music video had 17.1 million views in the first 24 hours of its release. The song reached number 2 in the United States on Billboard's World Digital Songs Sales chart and ranked 11th on the year-end Gay and Digital chart, making them the best debut of 2019 and best performing group song by a girl group. Their upbeat teen pop sound and catchy beats with empowering lyrics and visually striking hard choreographies were the reason people fell for Itzy.
Hey, hey, hey! Yo.
Icy was the song that marked Itzy's sound and style, making them unique. Icy had that fresh, funky and experimental sound which changed the path for 4th-gen groups. Icy was even debated to be better than Dalla as it broke the record with 18.1 million views in the first 24 hours of its release. It peaked at number 1 on the Billboard K-pop Hot 100 and ranked number 7 on the World Digital Songs Sales chart. It even debuted at number 2 of Gay and Digital chart. Wannabe was the era for Itzy. They were at their peak. They were literally viral everywhere for everything. Wannabe was the definition of perfect. The outfits, the concept, the song, the vocals, the energy, the choreo, everything was perfect. Ryujin's shoulder dance, Yeji's fierce eyes, and the legendary dance break all together, it was just iconic. Wannabe had more than 11 million views and peaked at number 6 on Gay and Digital chart and at number 2 on the Billboard K-pop Hot 100. Currently Wannabe has over 500 million views and is the most viewed music video of 4th gen. But it also meant that they had to maintain that amount of success in their later comebacks. Up until now Itzy's concept and sound was distinct and different, but JYP decided to change the concept for Itzy, which only backfired at them. Right now Itzy were headed in a good direction, and they could have easily had at least 2 comebacks with similar sounds, and it would have been great. It had only been a year since they debuted. The change in the concept was not at all necessary, but what came next wasn't even bad. Not Shy was a great era for Itzy, and personally it's one of my favorite era, but because the concept was totally different from their last 3 comebacks, many fans were surprised and had mixed feelings about the comeback. Itzy's choreo always had a dance break. It was their signature style, but Not Shy didn't have one, but overall the comeback was liked, but not as much as their first 3 releases. We could see that JYP was trying to change their concept to a more mature one. The main problem I think was that Not Shy happened very early in Itzy's career. Mafia in the Morning was very different from Itzy's style, but it still had the Itzy flavor. The song did really good, but some people were not happy with the fact that they were trying to romanticize mafias. But personally I didn't get this statement, as the concept was inspired by the mafia game which Koreans love to play rather than an actual mafia.
Loco.
Loco was really a very good era for Itzy. It had everything. We can say it was the mature version of Wannabe with its own characteristic features. Their album Crazy in Love was one of their best albums yet. They had good songs in their B-sides. Overall the comeback was well received and heavily liked, but for some reason people were disappointed with their comebacks after Not Shy. Itzy had built up loyal fan base over the years and people were really loving their sound and were hoping something much better for their next comeback, but that's when Sneakers happened. Sneakers really shifted Itzy's career in a bad direction. The company released the teaser pictures with a royal concept. Everyone was very excited as the royal concept would suit Itzy very much and the visuals were insanely good. They teased the song a little with an entirely different sound and very cheap-looking title picture which took people off guard. The change in the concept pictures made people question the comeback, and many of their fans were also flabbergasted, thinking, was it a prank or something? The way of promoting the song by pranking people to think it was a royal concept and giving them something very ordinary and cheap-looking was no way a good idea. Sneakers was not a good option for this comeback. In no way it sounded different and creative, it had no wow factors. The choreo, the song, the melody, the style, everything was mediocre for me. It wasn't that Sneakers was a bad song, it was just that it was released after Loco. Not only that groups like Espala Seraphim had better songs and making it big, and here Itzy was releasing Sneakers with no special elements. Even if you compare the song with Dalla Icy Wannabe, it's so different that it wouldn't have suited them even when they would have released it after Wannabe or Icy. Sneakers didn't have the flavor or the spice. It would have been a good B-side though. Sneakers made people very disappointed, and that disappointment was huge. It even affected their later releases, which were not bad. Boys Like You was the first English song Itzy released, and personally I liked it. It wasn't something new, but it wasn't bad enough for people to hate it and troll Itzy. It sounded something Taylor Swift would release, and I agree. But if Taylor released it, then it would have been a hit, and even if some other group had released it, people would have liked it, but it was Itzy who had released this, so that makes it garbage. According to Kpopies, people were still disappointed and hateful towards them because of Sneakers and continued it. Many midsies lost trust in them, and as a result their popularity had a significant drop.
La 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 la.
Cheshire was a very good song, but Itzy were still bashed because people kept disliking whatever they released. If Cheshire would have been released instead of Sneakers with the royal concept, it would have been so much better. Itzy's hate train did not stop, and many even ignored the release of Cheshire. During this period they released a lot of music. They released a Japanese version of all their title songs, and they released an EP with Voltage as their title song and another EP with Blah 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 as their title song. They released all the Japanese songs after Sneakers. Following this they released Boys Like You and then Cheshire. Their Japanese songs were really good and was liked by many. It made me question, if they can do justice with their Japanese songs, then why not their Korean songs? Their concept was all over the place and seemed like JYP didn't know which direction they are headed in. All the hate affected Itzy a lot, but in 2023 they released an album, Bet On Me, with their title song Cake. Itzy released Cake with 3 MVs, and their songs this time were really good. The album overall had quality songs, but people basically ignored them, and I still think Cake shouldn't have been their title song. It's a good song overall, but Bet On Me or None of My Business or even Kill Shot would have been a better pick, cause just listen to them.
It's none of my business, none of my business, none of my business what you do. 똑같은 매일 반복된 얘기 어긋나버린 me and you.
Kill shot, 다음은 guess what? 하나도 남김없이 모두 hit shot. Kill shot, 하나 남은 count. 다 쓰러져 down, so never down.
The members were really struggling a lot during this period. We could see it from their documentary of this album. Leah struggled a lot and went on hiatus after their promotion of this album. Cake didn't do well, and that wasn't a shock to me. Cake shouldn't have been their title song. JYP always sucks at choosing the appropriate title song for their albums.
Come on, I'm on it.
Born to be, born to be, born to be, oh.
Born to Be was a great album. All the songs were good. Each members released their own songs, and as Leah was on hiatus, they did this whole album without her, but she did have her own song on the album. Their title song Untouchable was really good and was liked by many, but the views on the MV had a significant drop. Maybe it was because Leah was not a part of this comeback. Or people who disliked their songs just never tuned in as they had already lost interest. Untouchable had that K-pop sound everyone was craving for. The girls were praised for their live vocals, and they also got a music show win. They released a total of 6 MVs for this album. Each member had an MV for their song, and 1 MV for Born to Be, and 1 MV for their title song Untouchable. Personally, I think Untouchable is a good song, but it seems lacking to me. This lacking element is also the problem for Itzy. They don't have bad songs, but it just feels they can do better because they have the ability to do so. The members' solo songs were really good, and it showed their different charms. Yeji's Crown on My Head was the most liked, and it really had that Itzy style. To be honest, if they had released that song as a group, it would have been a hit. Before their Born to Be album, they released Ringo, their Japanese album. And I really liked that it sounded unique and flavorful. To be more precise, it had the Itzy sound. They recently released a Japanese EP with Algorithm as their title track. The problem with Itzy is their quality of music. They tend to focus on their title tracks, and their B-sides suck, and JYP also has a habit of following trends of music, which does not help Itzy at all. Crazy in Love album was a surprise because they really had good songs in that album. After that era, the hate train started, and I think that was the reason why they started focusing on giving good music. After Sneakers, all their songs are good. Some of the title songs lack a bit, but it's not bad. It's just that they were the group that released songs like Wannabe, Loco, Icy, so the expectations are high. I hope they find their sound as they are heading in a good direction. Leah has come back after her hiatus and appeared on their 5th anniversary, so congratulations to her. And Itzy will be having a comeback later this year with all 5 of them, and I am really looking forward to it. I wish them all the best. Do like and subscribe my video, it helps me a lot. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you and peace.